Hi, Dr. Brian Laskin, founder of Upgrade Dental. As always with our technology roadmap videos, we are going to go over one specific technology. I'll tell you why it matters, how to leverage it to upgrade your practice, of course using our cost of implementing methodology. And today I am super excited to highlight today's technology, which is CAD CAM dentistry, arguably my favorite clinical technology in dentistry. Now, many people are mistaken, thinking that this is new technology. Actually, CAD CAM in dentistry has been around for over 40 years. And I've been using it in my practice for about 18 years, which is almost my entire clinical career outside of dental school. And I would not practice without it. CAD CAM dentistry gives us control like no other technology. There's also additional benefits, like we don't have the distortion that we have with polyvinyl siloxane impression materials. And when we take that impression, we don't have to pray to the air bubble gods that they're going to smile upon us at this time. When I talk to people about CAD CAM, many times if they haven't used the technology before and they're talking about scanning, they worry, how do we get those deep margins? Well, if you can see it, the camera can see it. And as you can see in our photo here, it's easy to mark. So, moving on past our clinical quality, we have the O, which stands for observations by patients. Of course, the big thing with CAD CAM technology, if you're leveraging a milling system, is same-day dentistry. So getting that restoration done the same day. Keep in mind there's a big difference between same-day dentistry, getting it done that same day, and same-day service, which means taking care of the patient's problem today. So even if you just want to do scanning and not milling, you can still do same-day service, which means a patient comes in with a broken tooth and you get that tooth prepared and at least temporized that same day. So you're handling the patient's chief complaint. Hugely important. Now, if you combine the two, that patient comes in with a broken tooth and they go home with the final restoration, well, you've just blown their mind. It's a huge convenience, huge cost savings for patients. They don't have to take. When we're talking about the return on investment or the dollar sign in our cost of upgrading, the investment can obviously be large, but so can the savings. Also, we have a cost shifting from your laboratory to your CAD CAM system. So it's not really fair to say that there's a huge investment, because you are also paying your lab today additional resources that you won't have to in the future. And again, we'll detail this a bit more in our results section. Don't forget though the savings that you get about saving on the second visit. That's about $150 every time you have to set up and tear down a room alone, both in the supplies and the time and your staff's time. So there's one report that says the average cost it takes to set up and tear down a room is $150. So we're not going to actually put that in our ROI in a little bit, but it does add up. People love same-day restorations, but there's two big points that I want to make regarding team health. Number one is, again, there's a learning curve to using CAD CAM dentistry, so don't work with C players, excuse me. If you work with a C player in CAD CAM, you're going to have to do all the work. Many times it's great to leverage the design, the milling, the finalizing of the restoration to your team members, but you can't rely on people that can't get it done. But A players, people who are true rock stars in dentistry, they love it because it allows them to. But for today, I'm going to conservatively say that you save $100 for every CAD CAM restoration that you place, and that you do an average of 2 a day. Now, keep in mind, we're totally excluding the new patients you'll get from wowing patients, the increase that you'll get in indirect restorations, converting large fillings to inlays and onlays, and also that $150 in savings where you don't have that second visit that I talked about before. But one more big thing is you convert your costs from variable to fixed, meaning you don't have to pay a laboratory every time you do a new crown. There's a fixed fee to your machine, and then you just have the variable of the block every time you do a restoration. So the more you do with CAD CAM, the more you save. But again, today we're going to just stick with 2 CAD CAM restorations a day, saving $100 per restoration, and that leads to, of course, $200 per day, $3,200 a month, and $40,000 a year in cost savings alone, excluding all those other factors. My recommendation when it comes to CAD CAM technology is CEREC. Now, There's lots of good systems out there, so I'm not bashing any system. Definitely using something is better than nothing for sure. But CAD CAM technology is not technology that's plateaued, and it's all about value. CERAC has the longest track record, and it's still the leader in pretty much every single category except the price that you pay for it on the front end, because it's all about value. And when you're investing all of your money in harder to incorporate larger technologies like CAD CAM and CT imaging, going cheap can just get you an expensive paperweight. So choose wisely. As always, remember to use your implementation checklist, assign an EC, and then just get it done. Below this video, we've got some great resources for you and specials from suppliers. I look forward to seeing you in the next module.